So my husband Adam and I saw the new Star Wars movie last week, and just before the opening scene, he leaned over to me and he said, "So you have no idea what's going on, right?" And I said, "No, I have no idea what's going on. I haven't seen very many of the Star Wars movies, so this movie, it was great, but I don't really understand the full scope of the story. I just get this one particular chapter," and that's sort of what I feel about the Christmas story, that on Christmas Eve, we hear and we celebrate the birth of Jesus, and it's an amazing story. But if you don't know the whole story of God's desire to be in a relationship with human beings, the story that's revealed in the Bible, well, you're missing something on Christmas Eve. So I want to try to share some of that story with you in just about 1 minute here. You ready? So God creates the earth, calls it good, humans, and calls them good, and makes humans for a purpose, to be in relationship with God and one another, to care for one another and the earth, to take care of it, to be caretakers. But humans decide that we want to be big deals. And so we create oppression and war. And so God tries to make it all back in balance again. And God decides, I'm going to make a covenant with the people. And maybe that will help get them back to this relationship that I want to have with them. And it doesn't work. They break the covenant. So then God tries to send commandments, 10 commandments. Maybe that will help the people to really come back into the relationship that they're meant to have with me and one another. And the people break the commandments. And so then God decides, well, I guess people want a king, I'll give them a king. Maybe that will help get them in line. If that doesn't work. Prophets, God sends prophets one after another. He even gets one prophet to eat a scroll so that God's words are inside the prophet. They don't listen to him either. So then finally, God decides to come down on earth in the form of Jesus, God with us, Emmanuel. And where does God choose to be born? In a poor, nothing town, to an unwed teenage mother. What a statement, right? That God is inviting us to a new way. And it's not the way of being a big deal. It's the way of humility. It's the way of grace. It's the way of love for one another and care for the poor. And Jesus walks among us and says, "Follow me, and blessed are the meek. And I want to show you a new way to live." And so I hope this season, as you come to see the story of Jesus, that you know that this has been a work in progress for a long time, God trying to reach out and get us back to where we're intended to be in relationship with God and one another. So I hope that you will come and hear us proclaim the story here at Arapaho United Methodist Church in Richardson at 5:30, 7:30, and 11 p.m. on Christmas Eve. We want to join with you and together celebrate and tell the world the good news of God's grace with us right here in this time and place. Merry Christmas to you and your family.